When you have a dream and you realize it, there are partners out here who will help you.
We can also show you some of the products that we produce at the factory. And as you can see from far end, this is a machine that we acquired from DK Engineering. They are specialists in machines, and they were able to make for us a specialized machine that can be able to help us in processing our gooseberry fruit. Gooseberry fruit is a very unique product. It's not been commercialized in Kenya, and processing also of machineries is also quite challenging for companies that have never done or engaged themselves in value addition of the fruit. So DK are very specialized. They were able to develop for us a machine. We have a machine called a blender. This one we use it for blending. Once the fruits have been selected, sorted, they are blended. And then we also have a pulper. This is a specialized pulper for gooseberry fruit. So once the fruits also come, we can either pulp the fruit, and whatever is pulped here, it separates the seeds and the juice. So the juice is what we collect. The seed, we put it aside. We are also thinking of another value addition with the seeds, which is a project that will be done later. But for now, we just use the fresh pulp that we've collected, and once it's collected, it has a process of sieving out any extra seeds that could have gotten into the fruits. Then once that is a process of now pasteurizing it, and that's a pasteurizer. The pasteurizer has a capacity of about 300 liters per hour. At the moment, we are not on full capacity because we are still growing the market for the juices. That is a filling tank. Once the juice is ready, we pump into the tank. This is a filling tank. This is where now the juice is now received, and then it is now packaged. We have a packaging line that we normally connect to that. It has 3 outlets, and directly from there you can collect the juice. We have a very specialized machine for cleaning. This is where when the fruits have come, once they have been sorted, they get here. We put a temperature, we heat it, so that we have the fruits actually cleaned with warm water. So that is a sink, but it has connected to heat, so the water actually gets hot. We get to a certain temperature, then we clean our fruits before it goes to pasteurizing, and also before it goes to blending. Behind there we have a gas cooker. We realized that as a startup you may not be able to afford all the machines, so this is where we started. We started with a small gas, and we still use the gas to make jams. We still use the gas to make sauces because we are not able to combine sauces and jams together into the one pasteurizer. But in future, if we have the capacity, we may have to introduce another line specifically for the sauces and for the jams. These are pulps because at some point we are overwhelmed with too many fruits, so we prepare just a plain pulp. These are pulp that can be used to make jams, can be used to make sauces, can be used to make juices. The shelf life for the pulp is 1.5 years. So even that time when we're having shortages of fruit, we can still continue using this to make up. This is the second room that we use mainly for packaging. We also use it as a storage because we are a startup, so we are not able to have extra rooms that we can use to store or to package. So we tend to just use small spaces that we can be able to afford to do packaging, and we also store our bottling and packages on this other side. We also have the dried fruits as one of our products that we are also producing. And we have a dryer which I'll take you out to see where the drying is done. Once it's done, the dried fruits are brought into the store, and this is where they do the sorting before it's packed and dispatched to the supermarket. That's the dried fruits. You can see the color. It's a nice color. It's very attractive. It's very nutritious. It is it's just been dried, no preservatives used, just the dried fruit, and it has a lot of concentration of nutrients. So it's a snack that you can be eating, and it's something you can also use for your baking. It's also it's also a dried fruit that you can also grind and put it into your pancakes, into your cakes. There's a lot of things you can do with the dried fruits. So this is where we do our sorting. Once we have packed our juices, our products, we pack them into crates. This is where also we do labeling. This is also where we do, this is one of our products. This is the hot and sweet sauce. It has not been labeled, so there's a team that does the labeling of the product, and then we also do sealing. Here we have already a product that has been labeled and that has been sealed. So this is how we pack our products. They're in set of 12. This is the hot and gooseberry sauce. It is very popular. It's a sauce that can be used for nyama choma, for spicing up your kuku, spicing up your fish. So it's a very nice sauce, and it's in high demand, and I'm encouraging everyone who has seen our products out there to go and buy our products at supermarkets in Uasin Gishu. We are currently in all the supermarkets in Uasin Gishu and at some of the retail shops around Eldoret town. We are also now available on Jumia Foods, and you can make your orders from there. These are our jams. Similarly, the same thing, they have not been labeled, so they're just waiting to be labeled. But once the jams are done, they are allowed fast to settle, so to get its right consistency before we pack. Sometimes you realize you may find that there's once you've done the jam, sometimes the consistency, the jam starts running. So those kind of errors are eliminated at this point, so that kind of a jam is actually discarded and put aside. Then whatever now is good enough is labeled and packed with a shrink wrap and taken to the supermarkets. We also have the juice. This is a juice that has also been done. It's just waiting now for labeling, and once it's labeled, it's now packed in wraps and distributed to supermarkets. So it's still one of our new products that is still under trial or testing. Consumers are still giving us feedback, and we're still trying to make it as better as possible and tastier, and hope sooner or later we'll be able to launch the products.